Today we're going to be talking about the ACFT 3.0 and some of the changes that come with it. I know for those of you that hate the leg tuck, this might be some good news for you, so stick around and let's get to it. What is up, guys? Ben Allen back again with another video, and like I just said, we're going to be talking about the ACFT 3.0. This just rolled out on Monday. There's some changes that have happened to it, right? There's a bunch of stuff going on. We're going to cover each and every topic that was in the article, but before we get into that, for those of you that are new here, you don't know who I am, my name is Ben Allen Alvarado. I did 4 years active duty as a 68 whiskey. I got out as a sergeant, did the civilian thing for a few months, decided to go to the reserves. Now I've been in the reserves for about a year and some change, so I have that active duty and that reserve knowledge. So if you guys have any questions whatsoever, hit me up on my Instagram. It's the best possible place to reach me. It's at Ben_Allen175. All right, follow me, send me a DM. I'll try to answer your question to the best of my abilities. Also, be sure to like this video. It really helps us out, guys. Pushes the video out there to a larger audience. Comment down below what you think of these changes that are going on with the ACFT, and most importantly, if you're not subscribed, if you're not, like, literally just take 2 seconds to smash that subscribe button. We're trying to hit 30K. You guys can help me reach that goal, and I'd greatly appreciate it. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump straight into some of these changes, right? So starting April 1st, the ACFT version 3.0, that's when these changes take effect. You're going to be able to take it, and it's not going to count against you until 2022 in April, so you don't have to worry about that. But the changes that I'm going to be talking about will be implemented, right? So keep that in mind. So starting it off, like back in like version 2, I believe, they had specific standards for different MOSs, right? So say you were infantry or, you know, combat arms MOS, you would have to test in the highest category, meaning your minimums were higher than, you know, somebody in a lower category. I believe there was 3 different categories. It was like black, gold, and I forget the other category, right? But it's irrelevant now. So they did away with that. Now it's a minimum for every MOS, every soldier, male, female, whatever it may be, right? Like literally, it's still gender neutral, age neutral. There's nothing that changed with that except for the MOS requirements, right? So the baseline now is you need to get a 60 in each event in order to be considered passing. That's the bare minimum. So for a total of 360 total points over out of like the 600 points that are required to get a perfect score, right? So that's what you need. The 360 will be, you know, the passing requirement, you know, to stay in the Army, as well as being used for recruiting purposes. So keep that in mind. It's definitely something that's, you know, going to be good for some people, bad for the others, and just make people kind of upset and or happy. What do you guys think? Do you think they should have kept the MOS standards the same? Because if you think about it, you know, infantrymen, combat arms MOSs should be able to perform at a higher standard, but I think they're doing this just so it's baseline all across the board. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it continues on. But jumping into the next topic on this article. So some of you guys are going to be excited for this one, right? The leg tuck. This has been, you know, proven, you know, by the facts and, you know, the testing that they've been doing, that the leg tuck is the hardest event so far on the ACFT, you know, with a majority of women failing. I believe it was in like the 70% range, maybe 80% range, and, you know, a good amount of males also not failing, not passing this event. So what they did, they were talking about, you know, maybe doing an alternate event. You know, they'll do a plank, whatever, cool. But they've now officially made the plank a permanent alternative exercise, meaning you can pick between the two, whichever one you want to do for the test. So if you want to do the leg tuck, hey, you can choose the leg tuck. If you want to do the plank, you can do the plank as well. So I'll get into the minimum requirements for each exercise on the ACFT, but what do you guys think about that as well? I know it's been causing a lot of issues. It's been, you know, messing up with the logistics, the testing, because the leg tuck is just like insane to pass, apparently. Like I haven't personally done it, so I wouldn't be able to tell you, but I know I've been on a pull-up bar before and I've been able to raise my knees to my chest or my elbows, but you know, it's been a while, so who knows. So I think it's going to be real interesting to see, you know, how many people opt for the plank and how many people opt for the leg tuck. And they adopted this from the Marines, actually, because they were talking in the article about how the Marines get to choose for their upper body portion of their physical fitness test what they want to do, whether it be pull-ups and or push-ups, right? And they get to choose from, like, I believe a core sit-up a plank as well. So they took that from the Marines. They're like, hey, you know what? They let them pick. They let them decide. Let's do that for our soldiers as well. So it's gonna be interesting to see. I don't mind. I'm pro-choice, right? So if they want to choose leg tuck, plank, whatever, so be it. It's them as an individual to choose whatever they feel is going to be more conducive to them passing the ACFT or getting an overall better score, right? But that's that. That's also probably one of the biggest changes that they've made is the leg tuck and adding that permanent alternate event. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think. Would you opt for the leg tuck or the planks? Let me know. So the minimum requirements for each exercise is going to be as follows. For the deadlift, you're going to have to do 140 pounds at 3 reps, right? So 3 rep max deadlift. For the power throw, you're going to have to, where you throw the ball back over your head. I have videos on a playlist showing the exercise if you want to check that out as well. You'll have to throw that 4.5 meters or 14.8 feet. That's the minimum, right? So as long as you get, further than that, you'll be good to go. Next is the hand release push-up. You must do at least 10 reps. So, that's the one where you go, you release your hands. Again, watch the video on my playlist. It'll show you how to do it. The sprint drag carry, you have to do in under 3 minutes. So that's the one where you have to, sprint with the kettlebells, run, you carry the stuff, all that fun stuff, right? Doing the most. So be sure to check out how to do that exercise as well if you're unsure of what it looks like. Under 3 minutes, that's pretty good. I've seen people, doing like the 130s, 150s, sub 2s. So I think you guys will be golden on that as long as you train and practice for it. So for the leg tuck, the minimum requirement for that is 1 rep. You just have to do 1 leg tuck and you're good to go, right? Versus the plank, so these two are together, right? You can choose whichever one you want to do. The plank, you either have to do it for 2 minutes and 9 seconds. So as long as you hold the plank for 2 minutes and 9 seconds, there you go. You get the minimum requirement needed to pass that event. I mean, me personally, I'm probably going to opt for the leg tuck because you just got to do 1, right? Anything above that is putting you real high up there on, the performance categories, which we're going to get into here soon. And then for the 2 mile, for those of you that, suck at 2 miles, I used to really suck at them. I still suck at them. You have to do it in under 21 minutes. When I heard that, I was like, well, I'm going to go for a run today. And I was able to do it in under 21 minutes without having ran for a while. So if I can do it, guys, you can do it. Because before, from like my age category, I think I had like 16, it was either 16 minutes and 10 seconds or 16 minutes and 50 seconds. I'm not sure which one it was, or 16 minutes and 30 seconds, whatever, right? I was able to do that, but it's been a while since I did it. So coming back into it, you have a bunch of time, guys. 21 minutes, good amount of time for a 2 mile. Granted, you will be kind of like exhausted and tired after, all these different events. So who knows how it's going to go. I think that's why they give that buffer time of, 20 minutes or under, because anything below 20 minutes, is just helping your score. So it's pretty good to me. I enjoy these minimum requirements. Don't seem that difficult to meet. I should be taking the ACFT in April 17th, 18th. So we'll see how it goes. Should be fun. And I'll make a video telling you guys my scores or whatever. Hopefully I can get some footage, who knows. But moving on, the performance evaluation categories, guys. So these specific performance evaluation categories have been added for men and women, meaning that if you're a man, you're going to be, put up against other men. If you're a woman, you're gonna be put up against other women. At least if I read it right, that's what I understood from it, right? And this breaks it down, right? And we're gonna get into the percentages of what each category means, but these are to be used in blind promotion boards, meaning if you're put up against somebody in a category, they're gonna look at your category and what percentage you tested in the ACFT, and they're gonna compare that to the other person, whether they're looking at you for like E7 or something, and you're like, oh, okay, well, we got so-and-so here, they scored in the top 1%, and, hey, this person scored in the top 10. Like, that's going to be not a deciding factor, but it's going to play a big role in, who they might give that promotion to. So it just depends, right? And they said they did this in order to pretty much highlight soldiers' performance, right? Get some recognition out there and show you where you're in the percentage. They're not really going to go off of you like, oh, you got a 362. No, they're going to be like, oh, okay, he tested, in like the green category or whatever. And also to highlight, some of the physiological differences between men and women. But with that being said, this test is still gender neutral and age neutral, meaning everybody has to score the 360 in order to pass. Everybody has to meet the requirements, the minimum requirements requirements of 60 in each category. Nothing has changed with that, all right? So keep that in mind before you guys go to the comments and start like trying to bash women for whatever reason. It's 2021, bro. Nobody gives a shit. Like, it's neutral now, whatever, right? And so moving on to the specific categories, you have black, gold, silver, bronze, and green. So the black category, it highlights the top 1% of people that tested in the ACFT. Gold does the 10%, silver does 25%, bronze does 50%, and the green category is you met the bare minimum, right? So I'm gonna try and shoot for at least, you know, silver. I think that's a reasonable expectation for myself, knowing my physical capabilities at this point in time. You know, maybe gold, so we'll see. That's really pushing it, but I'm being 100% honest with myself. I think silver is more likely where I'm going to be, but I will try to smash that goal. So with all that being said, guys, those are the key changes that have happened with this ACFT. If you guys like these little news update videos, you know, with what's going on in the Army, let me know. I can probably make more. I know it's not Friday, but you're getting a full-length video today, right? It was really cool putting this together, you know, reading and just going over some of the changes, because it always helps to stay informed. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help inform you guys, whether you're new soldiers or you're currently in, you're watching my channel, whatever it may be, right? It's pretty crazy. This test has been out for about 3 years now. This is the third change they've made to it, you know, hence 3.0. So I'm really excited to see what happens with it, where people test out, and you know, how people react to these changes. I know there's gonna be, you know, probably a little bit of backlash from certain individuals, like, oh, they made it easier, like combat, you know, which is true, like, right? Combat does not care if you're a man or a woman, whatever, right? They just care if you can perform and do your job. And so taking away the MOS standards, you know, I'm personally against it, but hey, like, to each their own. It's the big Army's gonna do whatever they want, right? Because I was a 68 whiskey, so we had to test, like, I believe in the black category, because you know we're gonna be there attached to the line sometimes. So who knows? It's gonna be interesting to see. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Again, follow me on Instagram at Ben_Allen175. Ask me your questions, follow me, show the love, and yeah, stay tuned for Friday, new video dropping, South Korea vlog, Lantern Festival. It's gonna be fun. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, smash the like button, subscribe if you have not already. It really helps us out, guys, when you subscribe. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Thank y'all so much. I'll put some videos here on the screen for you to check out, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Later.